Shalom and welcome to another episode in our series called Israel on Location. Today we're actually hiking down the Snake Path here at Masada. This is always a fun adventure to walk down this snake path. Once in a while, we actually provide an opportunity to walk up, especially for a sunrise. Usually that's a summer trip. But today, about 16 of us, almost about half of the group are walking down this snake path. We're on the east side of Metzada. Masada was a palace fortress built by Herod the Great in the 30s BC. And this really was the only way up to the top. Later on, and not going into the history of Masada in this video, but it was used as a place of refuge for almost 1,000 Jews after the destruction of the temple in 70 AD. So as we make our way down, in fact, you can see part of our group and part of the pathway that goes down. We're going to go all the way down. It's about 1,000 feet or so of descent, and that's what we're going to do here on this hike on this beautiful morning here in Israel. I've really never counted the steps here, but it's a remarkable view as we head down this snake path. Let's just pause for a moment and take a look at what we're looking at to the east. There is the Dead Sea, the northern part of the Dead Sea, and looking in this direction, we can just barely see En-Gedi, one of the few springs here located on the western shoreline of the Dead Sea. We'll make our way down, and as we do, we're actually taking a look at the southern end of the Dead Sea. It's divided today in two parts because of the low elevation of the water. This is always a fun adventure for our groups. If you ever want to join one of our Israel trips, this usually is an option. It's not for everyone. It's rather steep and hard on the knees and hips, if you will. Slippery with gravel. But we'll do our best to watch our ankles, and I'm hoping and praying that everyone makes it down safely. Around every corner is a fantastic view of this area of the Judean desert. You can even see some of the Roman camps in the wall that was built by the Romans to keep these close to 1,000 Jews from escaping from this palace fortress built by Herod and used by Jews after the destruction of the temple. That's our destination there far below us. The weather is perfect today. We have a cool breeze. It's about 60 now. Of course, full sun. This whole area gets over 300 days of full sun a year. But it only really rains a handful of times every year as well in the winter months of the year. This morning, earlier, we actually walked up the Roman ramp on the west side. A unique way to approach this palace fortress. And now we're heading down on this east side via the Snake Path. The elevation on top is about 100 feet above sea level. Above the Mediterranean sea level, that is, because the Dead Sea, as we look at it now, is well below sea level. In fact, almost 1,400 feet below sea level. So we're descending now well below the level of the Mediterranean. Making progress as we continue down towards the visitor center. That's one way up and down. The other way is to hike this snake path. And we're getting closer to our final destination. We're almost to the bottom. As you can see, this path now becomes a little more gentle. And our destination is again getting closer. Well, we made it down safely from the top. This is the final stretch, and as you can see behind me, what we just achieved walking down from the top of Metzada or Masada. Thanks for walking with me. Hope you enjoyed this experience. And there will be many others within this series. Certainly feel free to share this series with others, especially those who will never get to Israel. We'd love to have you join us for these sessions called Israel on Location. So until next time, shalom.